Hi there. This video is addressed to parents of either teens or adolescents. I will preface this video by saying that I myself personally am not a parent, okay? I can empathize, I can understand, I can listen, but I have never been in your shoes, okay? Now, having said that, over the last few years, I've worked extensively with teenagers and adolescents and their families, their parents, and I've learned a thing or two, and I've noticed a new trend. And the trend is almost this godlike idea in which parents have this desire, this need to protect their children from any type of distress, whether that be physical, mental, emotional, or maybe even spiritual. And it comes from a good place, okay? It comes with good intention behind it. It's painful to see our kids suffering in any kind of way. And we want to fix it, right? We want to soothe our own anxieties and we want to fix theirs, right? Fixing theirs will fix ours, right? Because we are a little bit more codependent now. That is not necessarily a healthy thing, right? There are times, and anybody who has lived a little bit of life, right? Maybe made a few mistakes in their lives and have some life behind them that they can look back on. Anybody there knows that the times in which we grew the most were through the mistakes we made, the risks we took, and the discomfort that we sat with in our lives, the distress that we experienced in our lives. The more distress that we experience, the better we are able to learn how to tolerate it, right? You can't learn how to tolerate any type of stress or distress if you're not exposed to it and if you're constantly being protected from it. Parents have this desire to protect their kids from distress. Okay, she's upset, he's upset, they're upset. What can I do? Who can I call? Who can I email? What can I provide so that my child is not in this distress? To an extent, that's healthy. However, your child has to sit in the distress in order to grow, in order to gain independence, right? So that they can grow up and become an independent, well-functioning adult who can deal with stress and distress, because it's going to come to them, right? It's a part of life. Life is not happy and easy all the time. We have to prepare for it. And the way we prepare for stress is by learning how to adapt and cope with it. But we can't learn those things unless we are exposed to it. And parents want so very badly to protect their children from being exposed to any type of distress. It's hard. It's hard to let go. It's hard to see your child upset. You have to trust in something other than yourself, that your child is going to be okay. Your child is going to make it through that distress and come out a stronger, more independent person, a more confident person, which ultimately I assume is what you want from them. You want that. You're not going to get that if you are fighting their battles for them, if you're crying for them, if you're taking their tears from them. They have to sit in the discomfort in order to learn and grow and achieve and change, right? It's hard. It's easier said than done. I'm well aware of that. But awareness is the first step, right? Being aware of what you're doing and recognizing maybe this is doing a little bit more harm than what I thought it was. I thought I was being a good parent. You are a good parent. You are a good parent. But just trust that your kid is going to be okay. Trust that they'll be able to fight their way and find their way through the distress like you have before. Like we all have, like we all do, right? If your child is in therapy right now, you have already done the best thing you could do, is find them a counselor. You've already done the best thing you could do for your kid. Now trust the process and trust the rest.